Scanner. Today I'm going to draw one of the clan animals. This one, strangely, is an animal, but it is considered on the bird side of the clans. And in our language, it's called Nyoga. Nyoga. This is a deer I'm going to draw. And over the years, I've studied deer. I like to hunt deer. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw it. I'm going to use some basic shapes to start off with. So I would like to encourage you to pick up a pencil and to join in as I'm drawing this. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start with a pencil and we're going to make some basic shapes and we're going to make some guidelines. So I'm going to start first by making a rectangular shape, and I'm going to use my pencil like this. I'm going to make these light guidelines, and the reason I'm doing this is so that I can figure out how big and roughly where I want to make him. So that would be the shape of his body. So we're going to take and add another shape on here, and I'm going to put another rectangle on top of this one, and I'll make it about this big. And I'd like to encourage you to kind of follow my pattern here. Oh, I'm going to move this up a little bit, and to kind of follow along with it. Now I'm going to take it and I'm going to make a kind of like a, I guess on top of this, maybe like another rectangle, skinnier on one end, and make it like that. So again, these are just basic shapes. So if you do these shapes along with me, we can kind of keep up and do this together. So a deer has different things that it does, but of course, like any animal, it likes to eat, and we're going to show this deer eating. And I'm going to start by kind of taking the basic shapes and I'm going to add on to them a little bit. So I'm going to take and make a kind of a semicircle right here, a half a circle on the top right here. And I'm also going to take and I'm going to draw a line that's going to go like this. Kind of another half a circle like that. And I hope you can kind of see where I'm going to be going with this. I'm going to take and just draw a little line right here. And you see that I'm going to start shaping this into the shape of this Nyoga. And I'm going to make some horns on him, his antlers. And what I'm showing him is like I've got him with his head up, and what he's doing is he's eating something off a tree, or maybe he's eating leaves. I'm going to make some horns on him like this, just like that. Now I'm going to take a little time here and I'm going to kind of follow this idea of this, the rough shape of this, and show the other side to his antlers, like that. So you see already it's starting to take shape. And this Nyoga, his nose, I'm going to draw it like so, and down below, I'm going to go like this. So I've got him with his head straight up like that. And I'm going to take and kind of fill in some details and reshape it a little bit behind his, use these as a guide for his ears, and make some hair in there, inside his ears a little bit. So now, in the front here, I'm going to go from like the base of his jaw here, and I'm going to come right down to the bottom, and I'm going to make it rounded. I'm going to round off this rectangle here. See that? And then I'm going to do the same here, round it off a little bit, and showing his shape. Now down below, after I've rounded it off a little bit, I'm going to come down here and I'm going to make some legs. Like that. Maybe I'll come up here. I'm going to come up a little bit above this and go like that. Just giving a rough idea of where his legs are. Now I'll make his back leg, I'll make it a little bit higher than that one, and just go like this. Kind of have it go behind him like that. Now this Neo guy, he's been eating, he's a tough one, he's a big buck. So I'm going to show his body like this. And maybe I'll round it off a little bit on the back. And you know, he's got really big muscles on his hind legs, hind quarters. And I'm going to take it and make a round shape like this. Come down like that, and I'm going to make the back of his leg go this way, kind of curve that way, and then have it come down. I'll show his hoofs. Show it like that. Now the back leg, well, just make it straight down. Like this. Now he's called a white-tailed deer, and it's because he has a big tail, and when he's running away, he takes that tail and he puts it up like that and flashes it when he runs like that, and you can see their tails running away. If you hunt like me, a lot of times I'll spook them before I see them, and they run away on me. Now, this gives you some good guidelines to follow. And now what we're going to do is take a marker, and I'm going to use a big marker here, and I'm going to trace over my lines here with this good heavy line, and it's just kind of following my guidelines. If I see something that I want to make a little different, now's the time to do it. And if I go a little bit off, it doesn't matter because I did it in pencil lightly so I can erase it. And we'll take it and draw these shapes here. As we go along. Now, some people say that the people watch a Neogat, and I talked about them running away, and they said that they almost looked like they ran so fast like they were flying. So they decided to put it on the bird side of the clan system. And another story about how it happened, and I'm not sure because I wasn't there, and like with anything, sometimes you have a few different stories, and sometimes we have to just take what we get when it comes to stories like that. But they say that it was at one time the Killdeer clan, and that the Killdeers got scarce. So the people were afraid that if the Killdeers died out, that the people in the clan might be in danger. So they changed it to something that there was a lot of, which was the deer. And I'm going to use this, and I'm going to make a design on this guy. He's got a good amount of surface here. I'm going to take my ruler and I'll put a design on him. So I'll try to make sure it's straight. And make some lines here to show the border of where I'll make the design. Now, I've got this in pencil down below beneath it, so if I have any marks that are in there, I can easily erase them. And I'm going to use a smaller marker here. And I'm going to draw his nose like this. And you know, this part I'm going to color black. The tip of his nose. And I've got a line here showing where his mouth is. And the way their markings go is down below here they got a little black mark. And it looks like this. So now I'll take and, oh, he's enjoying what he's eating. He's kind of got his eyes closed. And I'll take and draw the top part of his ear. And, you know, his ears are kind of trimmed in dark fur like this. So I'm going to show it like that. Well, I went through and I did one side. I'm just going to make some marks that they have on them. Maybe I'll draw another line to go along with it. But you see that it's starting to starting to have detail to it. And I'm going to take right now and add the other side of his antlers in here. I'm just going to be careful so that it shows that there's two of them, and they're not going to be perfectly matched. So I'm just going to go like this, best I can, and it gives it that look. You notice I made these back feet a little bit higher than these ones, showing towards the front. Well, I've got that all on there, and now it's time to do some erasing and get rid of my guidelines.